welcome to the party. Hey, welcome to the party. I'm really feeling myself today. I done did a little makeup tutorial and a hair tutorial, and I'm really just feeling myself. How y'all doing today? Welcome back to my channel. Hello, lovelies. Hello, dolls. For those that do not know me, my name is Ashley Anderson. I teach you how to look and feel your best, both inside and out, by elevating the everyday woman. Here on my channel, I'll talk about all things beauty, fashion, and personal development. So today's video is going to be how to rebrand and reinvent yourself. So let's go ahead and get into it. I got a lot of notes to talk about today. Okay. So the first thing you would need to do is commit to change. You have to recognize that you want to change and that you need to change. And you need to be ready to accept that commitment and make that discipline for all of these other things to happen. Tip number 2 is that you want to create a mindset shift. So you want to create a vision board, or maybe you want to journal down everything that you want your life to look like a year from now, or however long this journey may take you. So you want to imagine your dream self. How does she look like? What does she wear? Who are her friends that she associate with? So write down all these aspects of who you think your dream self is and what her life is like. So tip number 3 would be to create your moral character. So what do you imagine her characteristics are like? Is she a kind person? Is she generous? Does she love and respect others? Does she have a relationship with God? Does she pray on the regular? Does she go to church or meetings or whatever type of worship that she's involved at? What does she do on the regular? What is her character like to her core? After you do all of this, tip number 4 would be to change your environment. So you want to start incorporating this lifestyle into your life. But I want you to work with what you already have. So if you already get your nails done on the regular every 2 to 3 weeks at a certain salon, how about you go get your nails done at a certain other type of salon on a nicer side of town, especially if the prices are all the same? How about you buy your fruits and vegetables at like a Whole Foods or a farmer's market, and maybe get the rest of your groceries at your regular Walmart or Aldi's or something like that. Just some type of thing that you can swap out for, so that you can put yourself in a different environment of what your dream self typically lives her life as. So the point is to just step outside your element and outside of your comfort zone and align your life with the life that you want to have. Okay, so I know that this next tip is a big one, but tip number 5 would be to change your appearance. This means your wardrobe, hair, makeup, nails, get in the bag and fix your teeth. Even if you got to put it on a payment plan, nobody's going to know. But I feel like looks is important because, believe it or not, we do live in a society to where we are judged within the first 15 seconds of someone ever meets us. And oftentimes, because of that, we could also lose our credibility when it comes to the way that we look. Let's say that you are at a fancy area on a nice side of town and you run into someone that you may know, and instead of you using this opportunity to network or get to know someone, or you would be a little bit more embarrassed because you left the house looking a mess, instead of having a little bit of decency for yourself and putting yourself together. I'm not saying that every time you leave the house you have to be top notch, like you have to have your clothes pressed and ironed. I mean, it's a good idea if you did do that, but I'm not saying, just don't leave the house with your bonnet on, okay? Dress up. Don't leave the house with your PJs on or your workout pants unless you actually go into the gym or whatnot. But just be a little bit more presentable to the world, so that if you do run into someone who you may know, you feel a little bit more confidence, because I do feel like if you look and feel your best, then you will feel great. You want to have the attitude of staying ready so that you don't ever have to get ready. So as I said before, you want to work with your budget. That doesn't mean you have to go clear out your entire closet. You can work little bits and pieces of that closet at a time and start off slowly. You want to first figure out what is your style that you want, or what is your current go-to style, and then you want to slowly incorporate those pieces one by one. Maybe you want to start off with just buying the basics and then add the accessories, the handbags, the jackets, and all that stuff later. Just do one area at a time. I actually would recommend creating a capsule wardrobe. So just start off with your basics and then start off with adding different types of pieces, like have a set amount of pieces or tops to go with the bottoms, because it's a lot more easier to coordinate those different tops with those different bottoms. It's a lot harder to try to come up with a whole new outfit idea when it's just a solid romper or like a solid dress that you may have, unless it's like a solid color like black or white. But if it's like, let's say something that's fuchsia or like an emerald green, it's a little bit harder trying to work with that and to create a whole new outfit out of that. So when I say start small, start by, let's say, stop buying your clothes from Shein and Fashion Nova. The quality pieces is just, let's just say you can tell a difference. Even if you just went to a regular Walmart, some Walmart, Target clothes these days, a $15 top from Shein looks a lot different from buying like a $30 top at Walmart and vice versa. I would stop shopping at the Chinese made stores and transition to buying whole clothes. Like, let's say that your aesthetic is old money, then saving up a little bit more money to buy your clothes like at J. Crew, Ralph Lauren, and Banana Republic. Save your money and invest into more quality pieces one by one, because then at the end of the day, when you look back a few months or a year from now, you actually have almost everything in your in your wardrobe, and everything goes with something. And by the way, ladies, if you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and give me a like button or thumbs up for this episode to let me know that you love episodes like this and you want to see more videos on how to look and feel your best regarding beauty, fashion, and personal development. Oh, Lord, that's a mouthful. And with that said, tip number 6 is that I want you to follow people on social media who has the same vibe and aesthetic as you, and who also have the aesthetic of who you want to become. And also unfollow people who aren't meeting those requirements for you and who aren't really serving you well and bringing much happiness to you. You want to be able to follow posts and creators who are inspirational and motivational and who are able to give you ideas of how to put looks together and something that'll give you more of an idea of who you want your wardrobe or your style to become. Because oftentimes I do that a lot. And why I'm saying this, I will also recommend you to create a style board on Pinterest and just create different looks and aesthetics that you like. Let's say that you have a flamboyant style. Then find flamboyant, let's say, actors or models or something like that who have the same aesthetic as you, and creating a whole lookbook. And I would sort that lookbook into 4 seasons: the fall, the spring, the winter, and the summer. So create 4 different boards in your Pinterest account of looks that you can wear for fall, looks that you can wear for winter, and so on and so forth. So that way every season you have an idea of what type of style that you want, what's already in your closet, and what is it that you actually need to go buy and purchase in order to bring your vision together and actually have everything look more so in unison, instead of just having things that don't go well with the items that you already have or that you're trying to create in order for it to look good. You know what I'm saying? Tip number 7 for reinventing yourself is to change your financials. So when you think about your dream self, is she a spender or a saver? I really hope that she is a saver, because baby, we need to save all our coins. But how well does she handle her money? Does she have a savings account? Does she have an emergency fund? Does she have a 401k, an investment strategy? Does she seek help from a financial advisor? Does she budget everything that she has and take into account how much she has for each category when it comes to spending, paying bills, and splurging on certain items? We want to be able to get on a budget and not play Russian roulette with our financials, because it is very embarrassing for you to go shopping or go with your friends and your girlfriends to a restaurant just to have them say out loud, "Ma'am, your card has been declined. We don't want that, sis. And I mean, what kind of predicament that puts you in? And also, what predicament is they gonna put your friends in? Because then you're gonna be looking to your friends and be like, girl, can we split the bill? Or maybe you have to roll up your sleeves and go wash dishes in the bag. Do restaurants still let people do that? I don't know. You don't want to put yourself in that type of situation. So I said, do not play Russian roulette with your finances. Open up that bank account, log into your account, and figure out how much money you have. Where is all your money going? Take a look at your statements. Look at those overdraft fees, those unknown items that's been taken outside your account because you are subscribed to something that you don't know. Figure out where your money is going and where you want it to go. Tip number 8 to reinventing yourself is to educate yourself and learn more culturally. So when you think about your dream self, is she well educated? Is she well traveled? Does she visit art galleries? Does she go to stage Broadways, museums, charity events? Does she know a sacred language? Is she just outdoing herself with everything? Can she make a conversation with almost anyone when it comes to a charity event? If you want to put yourself in those type of places, then you need to understand what it means to be in those type of spaces. Let's say that you wanted to date a high value man, and he takes you to some gala or some charity event, and he leaves you for like 5 minutes to go talk to a manager or boss or someone to make some kind of business deal, and he leaves you there with all the other women in a group of people. Do you know how to have a decent conversation with those people? Do you know how to engage with them in order to make conversation with them until he gets back? It's like those type of things that you want to educate yourself on what's going on the news, what's going on CNN. I'm not saying that you have to know every single life event and have an opinion on every single thing. I'm not saying that you necessarily always have to be involved in politics, but at least be versed in some of the world events and some of the things culturally that's going on in the world around you. And for my final tip is tip number 9 is to change where you spend your time at. So no longer will you be chilling at the clubs trying to meet a man or go bar hopping. We want to go to more sophisticated areas. We want to go to a jazz club or go to a lounge. We want to switch up on where we socialize, entertain, and have fun and meet people. Maybe it could be a seminar. Maybe it could be some type of class. We want to take advantage of the classes and the coupons are being offered on Groupon, or I think the other one is Clear Pass or Class Pass or something like that, where you can sign up for different things, like maybe even take a cooking show. Take up a cooking hobby or anything of that nature that can teach you to become more cultural and to become more educated and widen out your spaces in a group of how you meet people, because you never know who you're going to meet. And like Anna B always says, your network is your net worth. Well, ladies, that is it for today's video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit subscribe and also that like button so I know that you like videos such as this for more content featuring beauty, fashion, style, and personal development. Until next time, I love you, darlings. Bye.